Stop to get directions. No!
Well, I don't know. We do that too, though.
No, we don't. You go, ha ha!
That was one time.
Oh boy, here we go. We're nearing the finale of Paper Mario the Origami King.
Oh boy, here I go killing again. Oh, this could be our chance to fix poor Bowser.
Oh, I'm gonna love doing this. Ha! And there he is. There's Paper Bowser.
Yes, I'm back. We never speak of this again. Got it?
Wow, so that's what you actually look like. You're so big and strong. And kind of scary, too.
That's right. Now, let's find that twerp brother of yours and see what he thinks of me in all my glory. I also wouldn't mind showing Princess Peach that I'm not a sandwich board anymore.
I mean, he was Pete's box, but
Yeah, if we want to be specific.
you're allowed to be wrong, Bowser. It's fine.
All right, let's down another mushroom and head on to the throne room. It's time, Ollie. I'm ready for you. The final battle. Up these stairs. Then it's time.
You wasted a mushroom, bro.
All right, if I know evil layers, and I think I do, this should be the top floor. That's where the throne room usually is. Your brother must be on the other side of that door. So let's go get him.
I'm scared. I can't believe my own brother would set that vicious stapler on me. Can we even stop him now, or is he already too powerful?
All right, let's coax Olivia, and then we'll get Ollie.
Aw. Thank you, Mario. You're always there for me when I'm at my absolute flimsiest. This has just been such a long and difficult journey, but I've had so much help along the way. I'm so grateful for you and Luigi, Kamek, the Bowsers, and Bobby, of course. Oh, and the Professor, Captain Toad, Old Grand Zappy, the Shangri Spa Toads, the Sea Captain, the Oarsman, and the Origami Craftsman.
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia. You've all been so amazing and helpful. And now, I just feel bad that I'm putting you all in danger yet again.
Hey, Origami Girl, look at me. I'm Bowser. I breathe fire and punch through solid rock sometimes. You think I'm scared of that little twerp? Plus, I'm raising Junior. You think that's easy? Try parenting a high-energy kid with access to a flying car and his own army. Your brother doesn't scare me.
Olivia's like, yeah, you got a point. Yeah. Wow, that really puts it in perspective. You know what? I'm feeling better. How about you, Mario? Are you ready to do this? All right. I feel like I'll be ready to do my part when the time comes. I just have to do my best and count on all of you, my friends.
That's the spirit. It's the power of friendship.
Bowser's like, that corny shit.
I feel like Bowser is secretly super corny.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks he's cool and like number one, but he's actually a bit of a dork.
I
lovable
still
dad
really
dork.
love like the parental controls commercial you showed me, and the
Yes.
background of his cell phone is Peach.
That's a lovely detail. Peach is his wallpaper.
I love it.
There he is. Well, you're finally here. Took you long enough. As a matter of fact, it took you so long that there's nothing you can do to stop me now.
Brother, are you still planning more terrible things?
Yeah, who do you think you are, folding up me and my minions like that? Like you could keep all this from busting loose. Anyway, where's Princess Peach? Is she safe? Is she comfortable? Does she have something to read? Asking for a friend.
Oh, the princess is right in front of you. Behold.
I could give her a book rack.
I told you, didn't I, that I would transform all of Peach's castle into an origami castle, including the princess herself. She is at one with the castle now. Beautiful, precious, and silent. I'm sure she's happier this way.
You monster! Folding Princess Peach into the castle is too much! You've gone too far! You couldn't possibly do anything worse, except... Wait. All those paper cranes! You wouldn't.
Ah, I would and I did.
That's kind of what the office looked like.
Witness the 1,000 cranes technique. He who has the patience to fold 1,000 origami cranes shall have any wish granted. Ooh, you get a wish.
While I was folding all mine.
That is real ultimate power, and I shall use it to turn every last one of those wretched toads into mere blank paper.
What? That's crazy talk. The toads can't come back from that, you know. I wouldn't even do that, and I've done some mean stuff, believe me. Ask Kamek.
Do you realize that even you were originally folded by a toad?
Of course I do. He's the whole reason I'm doing this. That fool disrespected the very paper I am made of.
He scribbled all over it.
Now I bear the hideous scar of his negligence and disregard for origami, and he shall pay.
That's why you're doing this? But even if you're mad at him, why take it out on all the other toads?
If you've seen one toad, you've seen them all. They're all the same to me. I'm a racist. That's why I've turned them all into blank pieces of paper, so I never have to see a single one of their stupid faces again. That is my vision for a glorious origami kingdom. As for you, Mario, you've proven to be quite annoying. But there's nothing you can do now to stop me. Already, 999 of my cranes are complete. After I defeat you, I'll honor your paper by folding you into the very last crane.
Luna,
Guard!
This cat.
Yeah,
I hope you can hear her galloping out of the room
the buffalo.
at your raised slipper.
Your adventure ends here, Mario. I will fulfill my dream. If you won't fold willingly, I shall bend you to my will by force. Okay, so this is the final battle.
I love the hair flip. So
He's got
much.
his little emo hair flip. Ha!
The power's in the flip, baby.
So yeah, he's implementing the power of the Vellumentals. So this is Ollie as the Earth Vellumental, and he's still got the hair.
Wait, what? That's the shape of the Earth Vellumental.
Indeed, I've mastered the techniques of every bibliofold. Now, witness how a king wields these powers.
Okay, so... My brother sounds excited. That can't be good for us. Be careful, Mario.
He's very scary when he's excited.
So it took us a hot minute to figure out what to do here. Look, Mario, it's one of those. I might be able to turn into any of the Vellumentals now.
Well, here's where I botched it up. I thought this was just a battle of the Vellumentals, and you had to like keep using different Vellumentals to win the fight. It took me a while to realize that I had to use the other abilities also on top of the Vellumentals.
So,
I understand what to do early on with this phase, but I choke it, causing the battle to go a lot longer than needed. This final battle has two cuts.
Yeah.
One of them is because when we get to the Ice Vellumental, I take
botched it.
quite a bit. It turns into like a 40-minute video, so I wanted to like trim it up a little bit, so yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
cut
way
it
it's,
down
like,
a bit.
All of the yelling is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, we're happy now. It's in
We're
the past.
happy.
It doesn't
That was
matter.
like a week
it's in the
ago.
past.
Yeah, but you still hurt my feelings.
Ah, yes, the past can hurt, my dear. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
I don't know what that's from.
The Lion King.
Oh.
It's my favorite scene.
It's Rafiki.
Yep.
It's always Rafiki.
So I'm like, okay, we're gonna use the Ice Vellumental. And we bring out that big old polar bear.
I haven't seen The Lion King in so long.
It's a good one. It's not my favorite, but like it's up there. And then I'm just like, oh, that didn't do much damage at all. Curses! I can't move! So it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this.
We got Luna scratching behind us. Wesker licking next to me on my good ear. He just stares at the open door. Should I follow her?
He's like, maybe I should go out that way. And here's where I screw the pooch. Because I think, okay, he's frozen now. Let's burn him. But what it does is thaw him, and then the battle repeats.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I did it right by freezing, so I tried different tactics until I ultimately resort to freezing him again,
and then properly continuing the fight.
Yeah.
So we go through all the Vellumentals. I even tried to redo the first battle with the Earth Vellumental, seeing if that tactic works. So this phase is the longest. The ice phase I trimmed down because it's way too
really
long.
Yeah.
Like almost 2 whole videos. And then the last 2 Vellumentals are pretty good. That attack won't hurt. Now, behold my Sandblast.
I want this little fox dog to know I love him, but his licking gotta stop.
Yeah. He's a royal nuisance.
He just looks down like, I'm sorry.
Just go to the game room, you sod.
He does love that futon.
He does. Like, I claim this futon in the name of Wesker. Alright. So now we're gonna be like, well, what Vellumentals haven't we used?
Meanwhile, Luna has deduced that you're a human with 2 feet and 1 slipper is already gone. She came crawling back in. He's only got 1 slipper left.
I'll make sure that one strikes.
Baby girl.
O shoe of truth, fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
Poor Luna.
Nothing but 1s. That ain't good. But like, this is kind of the bummer with the final battle, is like there's only one way to beat these bosses. That's what I kind of liked about the Legion of Stationary. There was a clear way to beat them. Still standing, eh? I'll soon fix that. But with the other bosses, there were multiple ways to defeat a boss.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's just like, you have to do this way, otherwise
See,
you
like,
do 1 damage.
I feel like if we were just playing, like, not recording, it wouldn't have been as stressful that we were messing up.
Oh,
but thinking about,
absolutely.
like, oh, this, you know, like, this party's been going on for 40 minutes, you know, we can't have that. Like, your one part of a final boss is going to be 2 videos. Like, that's really stressful.
Yeah.
Whereas if we were just playing, I don't think it would have been as big of a deal to try and figure out, what, did my brother's HP just replenish itself?
Do you see now? You stand in a realm of pure origami, and I am in control. The longer you hesitate, the more I'll recover. Better think fast, ha ha!
Yeah, because you've got to be kidding me! How is that fair? Stay calm, Mario. We can do this. Just breathe and arrange the rings as fast as you can. Go, go, go!
Well, yeah, this caused a lot of
Yeah,
tension between
this-
us as
this-
well.
Well, this caused just a flat-out argument because you, like, were too stressed out to even try to figure it out. So you're yelling at me to figure it out because he's replenishing his health. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying.
Stop yelling at me for yelling at you for Origami King trying to heal himself.
I think we had to take, like, a breather. Like, we paused the game. I was like, I need a coffee.
Yeah, during the Ice Vellumental. Because, like, not only was I trying to figure out the puzzle, but he was healing again.
Yeah.
And I was getting
you were
livid.
getting, like, mad at me that I wasn't, like, figuring it out fast enough. And you're like, well, he's healing himself. And I'm like, that's not going to make me go faster. Like,
It wasn't just me yelling at you, like, it was a back and forth,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'd be like, is it like this? You're like, well, no. I'm like, well, what is it?
it caused a lot of anger.
You'd be like, no, don't do that. Do what?
Well, because you would, like, try and figure one out and then not get, like, an on button
See,
or
because,
not
like, you'd heal him,
end-
then I'd go,
Yeah, and not end, like, on a battle. And you'd be like, well, this works. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You're not turning it on. Like, you have to turn it on. And then you get mad at me. Well, how do I do that? I don't know!
and, yeah, you don't get to see that. We get to but you
Yeah.
don't get to see the pure
Yeah.
rage. For good reason.
I mean,
So this is
you
when
could
I
always just-
figure, okay, you gotta attack his tail, because that's what you did in the Earth Vellumental fight.
you could always just check out some of the earlier playthroughs when we were doing live and you'd get mad at me.
Nah, it was a different kind of mad. Mega earthquake. Oof. Okay, so that didn't really do much. Ha! You went for my tail. Predictable and disappointing. Did you think I wouldn't prepare? Prepare to die, plumber.
Yeah, like, this is Sorry, I was mid-yawn. We're recording in the morning. I'm not a morning person. But this was like one of the parts where you started getting really frustrated, and I started getting really frustrated because it's like, okay, how the frick are we going to beat this guy? Like, we have gone through so many of the Vellumentals already. We tried hitting the tail and just, like, losing health.
Yeah. And it's a bummer because all of it could have been avoided if after we froze him, we just
Yeah.
went into the next phase and didn't try to do another Vellumental. Because, like, immediately I knew to freeze him, and I froze him. And now I'm just doing all this roundabout way just to freeze him again. What?
She's just staring at you. Pulling cords off with her little hook tail.
Yeah, I don't like it that her tail hooks. So get moving, the
Apparently in
damn cat.
cats, that's a sign of affection when their tail, like, question mark hooks.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it's really inconvenient sometimes.
All right, so
Why do you love me so much, cat? You're pulling the cords down.
let's do this again. So now we freeze him proper. Again,
Okay.
just 1 damage. But this is when I discover maybe
Use
there's
1,000
more.
fold arms.
So he's frozen. He can't move. And now we get the idea. Ding, ding, ding. Use
Hit
the
him.
1,000 Yeah, really. Maybe we should hit him. Like, instead of casting spells, just a good old thorough punch.
Yeah, just hit him. Turn into a barbarian and hit him.
It's like in, oh no. I guess I...
I don't know, we still tried the Earth
Yeah, I
Elemental.
did try the earth.
We do go to eventually learn to just hit him.
Just hit the damn thing. It's like in Indiana Jones when he's just like showing off with that sword, and Indiana Jones is tired, so he just goes.
Yeah.
Apparently that was improv because Harrison Ford was sick that day,
Aw,
and he didn't want to do a choreographed fight,
that's fun.
so he just pretended to shoot him, and the actor didn't know, so he fell over dead. And Spielberg and Lucas liked it so much, they're like, we're keeping that in. It's just so Indiana Jones. Because it's just
Yeah.
like, why would I sword fight this guy? I have a gun.
Yeah. So many of like the best scenes in film history were improvised.
Harrison Ford is just really good at improv because he's not lazy, but like he likes to take the easy route with some performances.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I feel like he knows the characters well enough
Yeah.
that he can improv and do justice to that character.
Okay.
But even like the scene in Jaws where he says we're gonna need a bigger boat, that was improvised.
That was improvised?
Yeah, that was not scripted. He almost lost his job because of that.
Wow.
Because he would improvise and they got tired of
Jeez.
him. So
Well, that
now
wasn't Harrison
now,
Ford, luckily.
No. But
I
now
think
that's
that
like
was.
one of the most famous quotes in like movie film history. We're gonna need
Yeah.
a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Alright, so I think now we get the idea to punch him. I'm hoping.
Do we get it? Do we get it now?
Because, like, I'm proud of my fight with the scissors.
Are you ready
I even
now,
have some
Mr.
pride.
Krabs?
I even have some pride with the battle with the stapler. I'm not proud of this fight. Actually, before we did this recording, I asked you, can I just redo the fight?
Yeah.
And you were like, no.
And I was like, no, I mean, it is genuine since we did this whole game. At least playing like a genuine playthrough without practicing, without
See,
really
there we go.
knowing what was going on.
Flip and
And,
smash.
There you go.
To hell with you!
To the soft underbelly. So like, I didn't want it to be like, oh, you practiced and we didn't do that the whole
Not
game.
bad. Time to switch tactics. Around and around and around we go. Where will it stop? Oh, I do know. Ice Vellumental. It was at this point where I lost my gasket.
Yeah, this.
I was
is
like,
what-
not the ice!
This is where we had to take a break, just so that no one got murdered.
Yeah, so like in this fight, you're just gonna notice a slight little crossfade.
Ah, nice Vellumental. Well, not only that, but like your stats are gonna be different. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're gonna notice a difference.
See, I think the thing is because it
Because
shows
this fight
you...
goes on for like 40 minutes and I cut it down to,
Yeah.
I think, 10?
And that's the thing, like, it shows you the pathway,
Yeah.
and I think we were just trying to replicate that exact pathway, but it didn't have all of the things you need in it. So we just, like, lost time so
Yeah.
often of just being like, well, fuck it, because you had to, like, get a certain pathway.
Yeah. It's frustrating because, like, even if you took a picture, it's like, that's cool and all, but you gotta match up everything to that picture. Because, like, I heard that, like, that's what people do during the ice maze, is they take a picture with their phone, and then they look at the picture.
So they cheat.
Yeah, basically. Played fair, then cheated a little.
Which, like, again, isn't a big deal. Like, if it's gonna make the game more fun for you, then do it. But I still don't think that's gonna help much, because at the end of the day, you still have to get it to look like that picture.
Yeah. So, like, right now, I'm having everything line up, but the stupid, Oh, I wonder if I...
I mean, right now you can...
Because, like, that does a regular attack,
Yeah.
but what I want to do is go to the Vellumental.
See, and I think that's where we, like, lost our shit, is because we were trying so hard to get the Vellumental
Yeah.
that, like, he's already encased in ice. Like, just hit him.
But you don't do that much damage. The Fire Vellumental actually will damage him and free up so you can move on to the next phase. Because we learned that, like, unless you're doing the Vellumentals, for the first point, you're not going to do much damage. It's after you use the Vellumental, then you use the Thousandfold Arms. So there is a pattern, just if you're not using the Vellumental and you skip to the next one, it ain't happening. It also doesn't help that, like, right now, because it's just the Vellumental, we don't have access to the Thousandfold Arms.
Yeah.
We just have access to a regular attack. Oh, time's up. And I'm frozen.
Yeah. We just went on.
Yeah, this goes on for quite a bit. But, yeah, the other two phases I was quite proud of. Like, they were different enough, but I could still understand how they went, especially because if I could redo this fight, I'd do the first phase a lot better, because I understand what I'm doing, and I was right the first time, but I just got a case of the stupid and said, now let's do all the Vellumentals. The second phase is the one that I'm always going to be frustrated with, because I just have to solve this puzzle.
Yeah.
And then the other two phases, just like, yeah, no big. And then the final battle, I trimmed up the final battle as well, because we actually practiced that during Shy Guys Finished Last,
Yeah.
but we didn't realize it at the time.
Right.
So when we saw it again, we were just like, oh, maybe we should have taken that game show more seriously.
Well, because that was another one that, like, again, we played fair and then cheated a little, where I did find a picture of it, but it was
Upside
the wrong
down.
picture. So we were trying to, like, put it together with the wrong picture.
Yeah.
And you were getting pissed off at me because you were like, no. And I'm like, trust me, bro. And you were just like, absolutely not. I was right.
You were right with the wrong picture?
No, once I figured out it was the wrong picture, that the picture wasn't finished yet, and how to do it, and I was like, put this color over here, and you were like, no. And I'm like, just do it!
Okay. Do it.
Do it.
But yeah, we only have to solve this once, though. And then we can use the Thousandfold Arms.
Don't do it, buddy. You don't need to do it. He said, do it. I'm doing it. Don't do it.
He's like, oh, you mean me? Sure.
I've never met a dog that likes so much in my life.
I've never met animals that are so annoying in a day in my life. Like, I'd kill to have Milo right now. Because he'd just be like,
He'd just lay on
still
the floor.
alive.
Yeah. So we're a little, well, I'm a little worried about Milo.
Yeah, he doesn't come upstairs
He's been
anymore.
a little bit more lethargic than he usually is.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be time soon.
Aw. So yeah, we'll keep you posted if we have to bury a kitty.
Little whiskers.
He's
I mean,
old.
he
Has,
is-
has he been in a video?
You know, I don't think he has.
Aw, poor
We'll
Milo.
have to, like, throw a little picture up of him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Milo's been in a video.
Balls.
I know he shows up in some of our, like, maybe in the cooking videos.
Yeah,
Where
he does
he's
walk
just, like,
by.
in the background.
Mhm.
But he's just an ancient orange cat.
Yeah.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah, he's older than you, Josiah. My cat was an adult cat when you were born. Like, yeah, it kills me. He's older than some of my coworkers.
Yeah,
So I like talk about him at work. I'm like, yeah, he's 21, and they're like, oh my god, I'm 16. And I was like, he was an adult cat when you were born.
All right, so here we go. We got the Vellumental for us. Because what I ended up doing was just going to the on switch.
He gets like offended when I make him stop looking too. He's just like, excuse me,
To hell with them.
I'm busy.
All right, so now that we have him thawed, we can finally move on to the next phase of the fight.
My feelings were. I love when he hustles back to the center.
Even as a king, he's just like,
Oop, gotta get back to my
I
spot.
know.
It's Mario's turn. Gotta be fair and play by the rules.
He's like, I left my Coca-Cola at home. Like,
quite right.
yeah, Wesker completely gave me the cold shoulder this morning since you had oatmeal and I didn't have anything.
Ah. Yeah, we handed Amanda the bowl just to get Wesker's attention.
And he did. His little face just
was
followed
like,
the bowl of
"Oh!"
oatmeal.
That's where the bowl went.
He's like, yo, wiener.
Indeed. Indeed. Alright, so let's get some more health. And now, we finally finished this phase. Thousandfold arms, come to me. I'm going to enjoy this. You made me yell at my girlfriend.
But I didn't cry.
No, you didn't cry. You snapped right back.
I did. I
Atta
was
girl.
just as mad.
I mean, it's fine. Don't get too comfortable. I'm about to get serious.
Of course you are.
Two left. Who shall it be? I'm just getting warmed up. Alright, so it's time for the fire Vellumental. And like this one I was
really like
nervous
his
about.
bird.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Firebird. Turn into the fire elemental.
Molten feathers. Alright, so all we gotta do is find the water Vellumental.
Listen. All we gotta do is the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, that's all we gotta do. Alright. So, wow, he's got a lot of feathers.
But it looks like only some of them are on fire.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. Because, like, it's only going to take a little bit of damage. So if I just set it up to where the least amount of tiles
Yeah.
are in front of me, then I'll just take a little bit of damage and then reach my destination. It's not like the Ice Vellumental where if you hit the wrong one,
then you
that's your
just-
turn. You screwed up. This one, you just take damage and continue moving forward.
Yeah.
So it's just like, screw it. I'll heal afterwards.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? It's fine.
Because then we got this. It takes us to an on switch. And then I'm gonna, oops, healed. Hurry, hurry.
Yeah. So you were still kind of like yelling at me at this point.
I was getting
He's
snippy.
healing! It's
Just like he's healing.
I know, and I was still just like, you know, it's not gonna make me move faster.
Our banter while playing games is similar to like couples when like the wife's telling you how to drive.
Yeah.
You missed your exit. I'm well aware of where I'm going, honey.
I know.
You should have stopped to get directions. No!
Well, I don't know. We do that too, though.
No, we don't. You go,
That was one time.
that was the most adorable but hilarious noise I ever heard. Because you were just like, you didn't hit the brakes while taking that turn. I'm just like, I didn't need to. There you go.
It was. I have a lot of like driving anxiety, and
Grab the old shit bar.
It was like, but it was like raining and icy and dark, and you were driving like it wasn't, and I was very, very concerned for our lives, and you just like had no cares. I was like, you didn't like slow down, and you were like, I don't need to, and I thought, oh, we're gonna die, and that came out in the form of a nervous laugh.
More like a shriek.
And that's when you were like, oh shit, she's serious.
I was like, all right, sorry. Like that, and the one time we're just like, this isn't a one-lane road.
Oh no.
I'm just like, I had to move over. Hold
No,
on.
you didn't! It had 4 lanes. 2 of them are parking lanes, and you were just like, fuck it, I'll drive in the middle. How do you drive in the middle of a 4-lane road?
That is not a 4-lane road.
It is. There's parking on both sides. There's a parking lane.
Ooh, you're testing my patience. Enough games. How about this?
There's parking lanes on both sides,
The
and
easiest
then
of the 4.
2 driving lanes. It's 4 lanes. And you were just like, fuck it.
I moved when
I
the
was just
car
like,
came up.
You're on the wrong side! And then you got mad at me! I was like, you're driving on the wrong side! We're not in Europe!
I wasn't on a side, I was in the middle.
Cars were coming, and I was like, we're gonna
You recall the water Vellumental's water spouts, yes? I put my own twist on it. Okay, so now they move, so it's all about timing. Just line them up, wait for the time where the water spouts pass over the tiles you need, and then let them have it. And we're going to use the Earth Vellumental for this one, because it gives Mario a sense of safety.
Woo, that's right. Never mind.
By this point, I was too mad to let you read.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's gonna be fun while we record. And you're like, shut up! I'm like, I'm just saying, because
I don't say shut up.
No, I was like, you're gonna cool down and then get mad at me again that I didn't read it fast enough. Like,
No, because this time I remembered. I can admit when I'm just like no longer cool as a cucumber. Because at this point I got mad and I was just like, no, he dodged. Then what am I supposed to do? And you're just like, hang on, wait.
I know, and I'm like, just let it play out.
And he does big wave,
So, and you're safe from that.
Yep.
You don't get damage.
but he's exhausted.
And now I was like, now you hit it.
And then I got excited again. I'm like, yay! You survived? Impossible!
Ollie's like, I'm tired, bro.
It's like, I've been through 4 of these things, and you're still standing?
He's just gonna pull an Austin Powers. Why won't you die?
Olivia's like, because I am the master.
I don't know if Luna just ran over Milo, but I just heard a gallop. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
A gallop and a very sad meow.
All right, well, we're almost done with this part because after this phase, we continue the final phase in part 2. The true finale. So we're just going to beat the devil out of Ollie, and we'll see you guys in the next part to
Bubba
see
Ross.
what the battle holds for us, okay?
There you go.
See ya in the finale. You animals!